obviously not gummy worms. I am his boyfriend Laszlo Transvampire on YouTube, and I have infiltrated his channel for a Clangen series we're collaborating on. This video is my clan's first year, and Mars's first year video for his clan will be out after this. I'm just going to say right now that I am far less experienced with editing than Mars, and I don't have a computer, so I'm sorry in advance for the considerable dip in quality. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoy year 1 of WOLFCLAN. So I actually drew StarClan last of all the cats, but from all the other Clangen videos I've seen on here, StarClan goes first, so let's just be fake and go with that. First we have our StarClan guy Juniper Bud. Obviously we can't really know much about this cat because we never properly met them, but I will say I want to make it more of a habit each moon to check the status of the StarClan cats, because their statuses say some really fun stuff for the whole storyline. And here is the first speckled cat of like 10 billion that I'm gonna have to draw. As for our only clan cat in StarClan so far, we have Trickfeather. Trickfeather was found on patrol early on in the year as a kitty pet with a broken back. I actually really liked Trickfeather and was happy when reading on events that his back had actually healed, only for him to be instantly found dead of old age in his nest bed, literally like on the next event message. And his personality was vengeful, so while normally I'll be drawing StarClan cats in like better shape than when they died, I imagine Trickfeather was probably like pissed when he went through moons of effort to heal, just to die of old age anyway. Shouldn't have been a surprise to me since he was 286 moons old, which is apparently 23 years? Still, I would have definitely liked to have Trickfeather around longer. Now we're on to the rest of the clan, and I have to acknowledge the way the quality takes an absolute shit here. I made the rookie error of making the canvas huge in the beginning, and once I checked the time-lapse on Procreate and saw how crunchy this footage was, I immediately fixed the canvas size, so I'm really sorry that our leader is about 2 pixels in quality, but you know, that might be as much as he deserves. Speaking of which, this is Highstar. He's 117 moons old and actually a bit under the weather at the end of the year, so I incorporated that into his drawing. He's a bit of a shady character. He met 2 kids from Raccoon Clan, Mars's clan, on patrol and was later seen hovering around the border looking for a specific cat. A few moons later, he brought home 2 kids and quote-unquote adopted them. So my current working theory is that Highstar was having a mini affair with Hawk, the dead father of the 2 kids, and Raccoon Clan ended up adopting their little mate before Hyacinth could get to them, which is undoubtedly going to cause some tension in between the clans in the coming years, but that's all I can say right now. Next is our deputy, Eldapple, a 44 moon old she-cat who is a bit nervous but is a really good hunter. Her mate is Cricket Fern, who we will meet later. Sadly, I think Eldapple looks up to Hyacinth Star and sees him as a mentor in a way that isn't really reciprocated by Hyacinth. I also want to draw attention to the stripe on Elm's forehead, but basically in my designs I'm going to give deputies like a vertical line across their head that matches the star on the leader's head, which they'll get when they touch heads with the leader and become deputy. I highly doubt this is like a really original idea, so if this has been done a million times before, I'm sorry, but I'm really excited to carry this little design feature like throughout the series. Now it's time to talk about our first medicine cat and the mate of Hyacinth Star, Dustfeather. So she's currently our oldest cat, and I'm honestly expecting her to retire any second now because she's really sadly showing some signs of dementia. She's been getting very confused on her patrols recently and actually got a status message on around Moon 11 that she wishes she had a mate and kids, which she does have. This just makes Hyacinth Star's recent behaviour a lot worse, because how are you going to do this to your sick wife? I probably should have retired her like as soon as I got that message, but I probably wanted to save it for year 2. I don't exactly remember my reasoning for not, but by year 2 she will probably definitely be retired, because the poor girl, she's been through enough. She doesn't need to work anymore. Jesus. Now we have our other medicine cat, Lotus Bird. Lotus Bird is a 90 moon she-cat, and she's pretty much had every single job in the clan, from warrior to mediator to medicine cat now, because Dustfeather definitely needs an extra pair of paws in the medicine den, even though I'm not sure the 2 of them are actually very good friends. Lotus Bird is kind of cold and doesn't seem to like Eldapple much either. She doesn't really seem to be close with many other cats except her mate Russa Ash, who we'll be meeting in a minute. And yeah, that's all we really got to know about Lotus Bird so far. Next we have 94-moon-old Tom Snail Stripe. Similarly, Snail Stripe has been both mediator and warrior, but has really shined as a mediator and fighter on border patrols. I take skills like super seriously when sending patrols, so you will see the usual suspects end up on the same patrols according to their skills. Snail Stripe is very close with most of the clan, but one thing that makes me raise my eyebrow is that Snail Stripe and Hyacinth Star share a romance point. Hyacinth Star, literally what is wrong with you? Can you look at your wife for a change? To get a bit fanfiction-y and put my own ideas in, I wonder if Snail Stripe thinks they would have been a better fit for the deputy position than Eldapple. Other than that, Snail Stripe seems very popular, very friendly, and I'm kind of excited for them to get some apprentices and just see where the rest of the series takes them. Next up is Russa Ash, the 78-moon-old she-cat and the mate of Lotus Bird. I would say Russa Ash's biggest drive the past year has been training her former apprentice Yellowtooth, who we will meet later, but they have a super close bond even now, which I love to see in Clangen stories. Other than that, sadly I think Russa Ash is shy to a fault, because she doesn't really have many other close relationships with the rest of the clan, so I really hope she comes out of her shell some more in the next year. Now we have one of our cats that wasn't a clan founder. This is Comet, the 59-moon-old Tom and brother of Eldapple, who joined on Moon 7. He was a kitty pet, but was abandoned by his two legs in the woods and fortunately found his sister's clan. Comet is an awesome hunter, and on every hunt patrol he catches most of the prey. Sadly, despite many cats having a lot of good things to say about him, he doesn't seem to be close with any cat right now. Like, not even Eldapple. I really hope he gets closer with the other cats, especially her. Malador is a 52-moon-old she-cat who is a great speaker and fighter. She, like Russa Ash, was very committed during her time as a mentor to Rymspot, and they are great friends now as a result. Most of the cats in the clan are big fans of Malador, but in herself she's quite shy and introverted, but the cats seem to love her regardless. In herself, she doesn't seem to like Yellowtooth, which could be a misplaced rivalry attitude since he was an apprentice at the same time as Rymspot, and there might be a little sense of competition there. Now here's Cricket Fern, a 35-moon she-cat and the mate of Eldapple. Cricket Fern is a sweetheart who loves the majority of the clan, except Hyacinth Star, who she seems to have like a reciprocated beef with. I wonder if this is out of frustration as the mate of the deputy, who could feel as though Hyacinth doesn't pay enough attention to Eldapple as someone who to teach and help prepare for the leader role someday. Cosmos Freckle is a 21-moon-old non-binary cat who was found on patrol with a broken back, similarly to Trickfeather from earlier, who somehow managed to heal their wound despite all the odds. However, I am a bit less optimistic about Cosmos Freckle's odds considering their wound is currently infected. And here's where it becomes a Gummy Worms video again, because Mars had to help me with this pose. Since understandably they're quite grumpy and holed up in the medicine den, they haven't really made any friendships yet, but I'm really hoping that they can pull through in year 2 and become a permanent member of the clan. And I just have to say, it is so painful to watch a sketch for a pose that you do not end up using. Rymspot is a 16-moon non-binary cat who, as previously mentioned, was the apprentice of Malador. Rymspot is still a very young warrior, so I'm very excited to see what their future holds as one of our clan founding kits. I'm also just going to say sorry because as well as me never voice recording for a video before, I also have hay fever right now, so I'm probably really not fun to listen to. Yellowtooth is our other clan founding kit. He's a 13-moon-old Tom who, design-wise, is a breath of fresh air from the absolute sea of speckled fur patterns I've had to draw for this video. Did anyone else notice the entire clan has the exact same speckles on their pelt? Either way, Yellowtooth is wise and really mature, and I'm really excited for what skills he could end up specialising in as far as the patrols go. Finally, last but not least, we have the two kits that I mentioned all the way back with Hyacinth Star, adopted by him and Dustfeather after their loner father, Hawk, died. Not to bite the bullet too fast, but I wonder if Rainbow Kit may have to become a medicine apprentice to replace his mother in her old age once she retires, as he is described as quick to help, while Oatkit is impulsive and would probably be better suited to a warrior life. These two are both really, really cute, and thank God they're not speckled. And there is so much drama surrounding them. Like, do they know that they have a litter mate in a different clan? I cannot wait to finish this video so that I can play year 2. Now that all the cats have been drawn, it's time for the lineup. So I wanted to put people like out of order of when I drew them or their rank, and just put them with the cats that it would make most sense for them to be next to in terms of like associating mates and friendships and siblings with each other. This has been year 1 of WOLFCLAN. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you guys stay tuned for the years to come.